Hello and welcome to the Prisma ORM Query Fundamentals course. My name is Xander. This tutorial is part of a whole course playlist, which you can access for free on YouTube. For deeper learning, the extended course is available for purchase at Udemy. You'll find all the resources and links in the video description. Don't forget to subscribe for weekly promotions, discounts, and Udemy course giveaways. In this tutorial, we'll explore how to handle one-to-many inserts using Express and Prisma. Now, there are two instances of one-to-many relationships within our database, category to product, and in addition to that, users and orders. In this tutorial, we are going to work with the products and category relationship, but what we learn here in this tutorial, you can apply to any one-to-many relationships. Now, there's two ways to look at a relationship, and that's from either side of the relationship. So imagine you may be needing to build an endpoint which simply inserts new products, in which case you just need to make sure you remember that there is a corresponding category that already exists in the database. So this is the many side of the relationship where we have the foreign key in the table. Now we can also look at the reverse side from category to product. So we may want to create some endpoints which creates products, but we also want to maybe specify a new category or a category with those products. How you want to interact with these two tables and relationship between them really depends on your business logic or your application requirements. Now, probably one of the easiest endpoints to create here, based upon what we've already learned, is to create a simple endpoint which allows us to insert products. All that we need to remember here is that there needs to be a category in the category table for us to populate the foreign key. So if we wanted to create an endpoint for products, we simply just need to copy what we have already created for the category insert. And of course, we need to just replace the fields with the expected fields so that we can successfully insert a new product. When it comes to inserting a new product and referring to the foreign key, we simply just need to provide an integer, a number, which represents the primary key of one of the categories that already exists. So let's build an endpoint which will allow clients to provide data to create a new category, but also provides data to insert products they want to relate to that category. Now remember, when we created our schema, we had to define the reverse relation. So from the parent side of the one-to-many relationship. And if you remember here in the category schema model, you can see that we have defined the fact that this category has a connection to the products table. And we define that by this relation we've created here. And this is a named relation. So we utilize the name of the foreign key relation we've created in the products table to make a match, so that Prisma understands that this is referring to the one-to-many relationship that we are creating between products and category. So we can utilize this to then insert both category data and product data. Okay, so let's create an API route that inserts a category along with any products that have been provided. So here's the start of the new endpoint. This is going to be a HTTP post because we are sending data from the client, and you can maybe change the endpoint there. I've just given it a name of /categories. So we're going to capture information from the request and also maybe send something back. And first of all, of course, we're going to need to capture the data that the client is sending in the body of the request. So that's going to be name, slug, is active, level, and products. So products is going to be an array of data. So we're expecting one or more products to be provided there at that data point. So once we have the data now, we simply need to use the create again to create a new record. But this time we want to make a few changes. So again, this is going to be providing information to insert into the category table, but we're going to use the relationships that we've created to then allow Prisma, to identify the fact that the category table is connected to the product with a one-to-many relationship, and then it's going to be able to infer the fact that the products need to be inserted into the product table. So in addition to creating a new category, it will also use the product data that's sent by the client to actually then insert a new product into the product table. Right, so in addition to the category data, like we've seen previously when we use the create method, we simply need to now supply the product data. Okay, so this is going to tell Prisma that we've got some product data and we want to use create to create our products. Once we finish this, we'll take a look at the connection between that word products and potentially this relationship where we've defined products. But let's just finish this off and we can potentially use then include products true. Include tells Prisma to return the created category data along with the related products. So without this, Prisma would only return the category data and you would have to fetch products separately. Now, it's completely optional what you want to send back to the client, of course. You may not want to send anything at all except for a status message. But in our examples, we have been sending the data back to the client. And of course, the client could be some sort of application, like I explained before, which then shows that data or in some way to the user inserting the data. So there could be some reason why we would need to send that back for some sort of confirmation that the correct data has been inserted, or for many other reasons. For the purpose of learning, it's just handy to take a look at what data has actually been inserted, just to confirm that process has taken place. So as per usual, we wrap this up in a try catch block so that if there are any issues here in the try block, we're just going to capture that error, whatever error that might be, and we're going to return a 400 message in this case. A slightly different approach. Normally we send back the internal server error, but we can return a 400 bad request. So the request was malformed or invalid. So it's important to keep mentioning that this is a very generic approach we're taking here to capturing errors, but of course there could be many errors, and you would want to potentially deal with different types of errors differently. So again, this is just a simple example which you would need to expand to capture and manage different errors correctly. Right, so let's take a look in the documentation and give it a go. So I do need to quickly rebuild. I noticed I did make a mistake. I had app here and not router. So need to quickly update that. Let's go into the docs. Right, so we have our existing endpoints, but of course we quickly need to generate the documentation for our endpoint. So let's move into the Express container and then just run node swagger to generate the docs. Okay, so that should now hopefully update our UI. Okay, so now we have categories. So let's give it a go. Right, so here remember we are trying to insert a new category at the same time we are trying to create products. So let's give this a go. So I've got some data. I've asked my friendly AI coding partner to create some data for me based upon our specifications. So you can see here we're going to try and create a new category is active level products. Okay, that should be good. And then you can see that we're going to try and at the same time create products. Now these products should be then connected. Notice that we're not supplying here products the foreign key because we're going to hopefully have Prisma infer the fact that because we're creating these new products and this category, that it's going to automatically assign these products via the foreign key of these products to this category. There's a lot of abstraction here, so things going on in the background that we don't need to know about, which allows us to focus purely on building our application, not having to learn the intricacies of SQL language. All right, so let's give this a go. And it looks like it was successful. So this is the response that we have. We have a 200 response, which is good. And you can see that we return both the category data and the product data. But notice here that we have returned the product data once it's inserted, and it includes all the other information. And like I mentioned, Prisma has gone ahead and then added the products and then related them or connected them to the category we've just created. So this is the category we've just created. It has an ID of 1. Yours, it might be slightly different depending if you have any data or not in your database. I have just reset my database, so there is no data. And you can see that we've added a product and it's connected it via the foreign key of the products to the category. Now, key to this working is, as we already discussed, is in the category we have that reverse relation set. And this is the name of it, products. So we need to make sure that when we build queries such as this, that we are actually referencing that relation correctly. So here it was called products. So if we change it to products SS, we would want to then start to think about changing it to products with a double S. So we're just trying to match the name and refer to that relation in order to utilize it and for then Prisma to perform all the actions that we've just seen. Like I previously mentioned, this can be utilized with any one-to-many relationship as long as we've set out our relations correctly and have that bidirectional relationship set up, which we should have, of course, if we are using Prisma schemas, because we couldn't actually migrate our schemas without assigning that within our schema. What might be nice for you to try now is to create an endpoint for users and orders. When a new customer creates an order, or when the customer starts a new order, you can insert their user details and the order details at the same time. Now, of course, to make it a little bit more realistic, we would need to insert the user, the order, and then the associated products they are purchasing. But we can take a look at that when we discuss many-to-many relationship inserts a little bit later on in this module. Just go ahead and see if you can add a new user and their order.